Good evening and welcome to the 12th episode of Pop Culture. I'm your host, 24 Eyes, and this evening I got a great guest. I have Mr. Hex Allen of Hex Allen Comics. We're going to be talking Nephilim Squadron and a whole bunch of other jazz. We were just having a laugh backstage about the new Wonder Woman edition, but here's my guest, Mr. Hex Allen. How are you, sir?
Hey, what's up, 24 Eyes? Hey.
Having a good time. How are you?
Oh, good. Good to be on, man.
I got my
And
luxurious McDonald's cup with appropriate amount of liquor and
yeah.
Crystal Light. We keep it classy in these parts.
Yeah, just like Linda Evans. It's blue light, baby.
I
And
just,
it makes you transparent, when you drink the crystal light, it see right through.
yeah. How it makes it, the whole translucent effect. It's not a green screen. It's the Crystal Light. I'm just. Mm.
Crystallized.
But yeah, no, this is great. Like, and usually, like, okay, so the whole thing about this show is like we talk about shit that we love, right? And we usually don't go into like a whole bunch of negative. Might touch on it a little bit here and there, but like other people are better at bitching than I am, right? But this isn't bitching. This is making me giddy. Like it makes me laugh the fact that there is now an Amazonian edition, ladies and gentlemen. The part that you've been missing all your life and what you didn't know you were missing is the new transgendered Amazon. And I'm just like, I want to know how this happened, like how that character came into existence, what their backstory is, and like, do you think there will be a movie?
Oh my god, there's gonna be a movie, and it's gonna star Laverne. What's the name? Laverne Cox.
Laverne Cox. Oh, or what about Roxanne Arquette or something, right? Like one of the old school uh,
uh,
ones from back in the day.
is she trans?
Yeah, one of the Arquettes is one of the Arquettes.
Oh yeah, the
I
actual
thought, I
trans
thought, yeah, I thought it was
sister.
Roxanne. Was it the?
No, I don't even know if the trans one has been in movies.
I think she's like a model or something.
Ah,
I
yeah,
don't know. He
nah,
he's been losing his mind doing like sideshow wrestling. I
yeah,
almost killed
David
himself.
Arquette. Yeah, he's out of his mind.
Like, but this is the thing is like he was involved with WCW, right?
Uh,
So, and he did that movie, and everybody loved the movie, loved him, Macho Man Connection. Why are you doing the mud shows, bro? Like, you don't have to do mud shows. You could do like he could get
uh,
back on like even if they didn't put him on, he's David Arquette. Even if they didn't put him on WWE, he could get on AEW right now. Like,
mm.
what are you doing breaking glass bulbs like over you're 50 years old, man? This
Ooh,
is like
midlife
ridiculous.
crisis. Can you say midlife crisis?
But you're like, but I mean, like, this is off the heels of just like he just like owned a nightclub and stuff. I mean, he did get
Uh,
divorced, but he like was like he just bought like this badass nightclub and like had it was called like Bootsy Bellows and stuff. Like, he was
yeah,
doing all this
yeah.
stuff. He was
Uh,
he was hot off the heels of doing it like a bunch of real life stuff and like using his actual influence, and then he just decided to become a mud show wrestler and break glass over himself.
he's coming back to the Scream uh,
Mm.
franchise that
I
they're
didn't know
bringing.
Scream was coming back.
Yeah,
Is it?
uh,
Oh, does it look good? Because the Screams
I
were
I don't know.
kind of good.
I just heard it. You know, someone talk
Oh
about it. Uh,
man, I always wonder with those. Like and you can never tell by the trailers. I mean, like look what they did with to us with He-Man. They tried to trick us. They tried to pull it. It's so sad,
sour
but it didn't
taste.
work. It didn't work. It didn't work, and now it's not trending. Now we got whatever Squid Show is like blowing up.
Mm. Oh, the Squid Game.
Yeah, Squid Games. I've been
Yeah,
told 20 times at work I need to watch Squid Games.
I finally I nutted up and I watched an entire series on Netflix that people are talking about and that's trending. I finally did it. I skipped on the tiger guy, but the Squid Game, because it seemed to be a little bit science fiction, but it's not science fiction. It's a dystopian society sort of thing, right? And
Hmm.
uh, and well, long story short, it's the I think the original version of Squid Game. I would consider Charlie and the Chocolate Factory to be the original Squid Game.
Oh, okay, all right. The Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is dark, and if you read the book,
Yeah.
it's a lot darker than the actual movie
Mhm.
displays it. But people act like that movie was insane or something sometimes when they go back and watch it. Like, no, it's pretty. It was more locked onto the book, but it was actually like a really soft, like back in the day, like soft version of the book. Like
Mm.
missing, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, the Squid Game is it's pretty good though. Uh, it's a interesting character study, but it's there's the really annoying part about it though that stands out is that they have these English speaking characters, and then they're all wearing masks, so you can't see like their facial expressions or their inflection, and but their voices are just horrendous. It's like the worst anime dub you've ever seen. But the rest of it is pretty good though.
Oh, my understanding is that like Netflix will like seed something, right, and then if it does like well, I guess in the market, then they like bring it up to the bigger market, and they're not necessarily concerned with um, dubbing correctly. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's a property that's kind of moving. They're like, oh, we had motion with it, we can spread it around, do another, and then we'll throw a Dave Chappelle special on there and blow ourselves up again. They had to do something. God, they're so lucky that they had that in the chamber after Cuties, because I
Oh,
thought Cuties was going to take them down for a minute.
mm. No, they're too big at this point, I think.
How much do you think Blockbuster, like a seat? How much do you think the former executives of Blockbuster are just like kicking themselves in the dick after not buying Netflix? Like they had the opportunity to purchase
Ooh.
Netflix like right
Oh
in the
yeah,
beginning
yeah.
for something like 8 million or something like that. It wasn't even like,
Oh,
yeah, it was something low. It wasn't even that crazy of a price, and like
really? Damn, that sucks, man. I thought people would still be, into physical media, but 10, 15 years, 10, almost 15 years later, people are now clamoring for physical media again because of what they're doing to our shows,
oh, bro,
the
yeah,
old
now
stuff.
now it's an archive. Like that's.
Yeah.
That's the main dude. Like when aliens come down someday, you know what I mean? Like when we like nuke this planet, we finally like get enough balls to push the buttons on each other, and we like nuclear wasteland this planet, and the aliens come back to reseed it and set us up again. They're just gonna find like, you know what I mean? There's just gonna be archaeology of like hundreds of hard drives, you know what I mean, and physical media. I could just imagine somewhere in the future, like new humans rediscovering like all the physical media.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
Oh,
They were obsessed with getting the correct version.
yeah.
This is the altered version. Like, could you imagine though? Like, I went into the archives. That'd be kind of like digging up something and find something from like I don't know the earliest days of like animation. You know what I mean? Like the earliest films and stuff, and just like sitting there like for a couple hours watching them. Like that would be amazing to see like this kind of stuff. Like I don't know, like things from our lifetime, like Austin Powers, be found like 500 years in the future.
Yeah, they're like, wow, these people had a lot of fun. Or they'd see Seinfeld, they'd be like, yeah, these people were really boring. They really didn't do anything. This is a planet about nothing.
Oh man, could you imagine if they did a show and like the whole show you were waiting for something, but they just like the whole secret of the show was there was no big special ending. Like they just
Mm.
kept building it up and making like all this drama, like there was going to be a tie off
Uh,
or a big payoff, and the end of the show just like, oh, we actually didn't have an ending.
oh
It was like,
yeah, they've
just
done
like
that. It was called Lost.
yeah, I don't know, no, but I mean like on purpose, like purposely like troll like an
Mm.
audience for like a decade, like do a show like the plan from 10 years out.
Oh, you know what? What was that show? There was a I don't know. Was it Saint Elsewhere or something like that? One of those old '80s NBC shows like Saint Elsewhere. Uh, when it ended, it was implied that the entire series took place inside of a kid's snow globe, and it was a freaking hospital show, hospital drama. But
Mm.
that was like the way they ended it.
Man, so
Trippy.
what sparked things for you? Like you're a creator. You have a project. You have Nephilim Squadron. What got you down that panel, like that avenue?
Well, shoot. I guess I it all started with probably Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was Star Wars is probably the biggest inspirer of kids of my generation, and in their late 40s now, and and
Everyone's like, I don't believe it. He's like a solid 32 right now. Is
no,
it?
that's just the pancake makeup
that's,
lighting.
that's that's the extensive. He actually Hex Allen is actually a white man. He has blackface on right now,
Yeah,
just for this audience.
yeah, it's for the glow. But
I mean, the
yeah,
light just works better.
I just started drawing scenes from Star Wars when I was like in second grade, and it started kind of from there. And as far as my creativity goes, and then then later on in like junior high, I was really into. I started getting heavily into comics and collecting and manga, and I was a kind of a forerunner uh, of one of the first, I think, to get into anime. I feel like I am,
Yeah.
but uh, yeah. So just over the years, I just started like coming up with my own ideas, and started to try to like rip off shows like Robotech and GI Joe. Oh yeah, even like before Robotech and anime, I was like drawing like my own mock GI Joe characters, rip off GI Joe characters, and
Okay.
stuff like that. And uh, then I got into the manga stuff and just started uh, coming up with stories, and then in like my late teens, I came up with this idea and started working on and off over the decades, and
Oh, so this is
yeah.
amalgamation of a lifetime of
Oh yeah,
thinking,
oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot of world building, decades of world building. and,
decades of
uh,
world building.
and then I just decided to. I was like, I gotta stop. I gotta stop here and just write this thing. And then I got serious when I found out about crowdfunding through your boy Zach, and actually first through Nerdrotic. I was watching Nerdrotic and his reviews of uh, Star Trek Discovery and
Yeah.
and ripping on Game of Thrones, and and then Zach started showing up in my feed. Your boy Zach, Richard C. Meyer, and then I started listening to
Oh wow.
his videos,
Yeah.
and then I was doing that for months, not really uh, taking crowdfunding seriously, and then it just hit me, and I'm like, you dumbass, get out there and do it yourself. And so that's when I kind of started getting on social media more, like around the spring of 2020, and
And
get
now you're
myself out
here.
there.
Now you're here. I've seen you on many a panel, sir. That's how we kind of ran into each other. You've
Yeah.
been on. You've been making the rounds. I've seen you on Neff recently. I love Nefarious and Frequency Girl. They're great. I
Oh
had
yeah.
them on. They were a great time, and they're just like a power couple. I like how
Mhm.
they bob and weave together. Like they're always covering each other.
Yeah, they're a great team and a lot of fun. A lot of insightful questions too. From I'm like, oh man, what are they going to ask now?
Mm. Well, should we play the trailer?
Oh
Everybody?
sure.
All
Yeah.
right, let's do that. We'll put it
Hey,
in.
you, sci-fi fan. Are you finally ready to have your head explode? Never before seen sci-fi action. A strange new world. Exotic technology. Kick-ass characters. And a story that will turn your mind inside out. Nephilim Squadron, Volume 1. Available now on IndieGoGo.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
We are currently funding.
Quick and dirty. Yeah, so just a little teaser, quick and dirty teaser.
Let's see, we got some artwork. Oh.
Hmm?
We are funded. We got backers. We got 5 days left to get on this project.
Yeah.
We got our pitch here. We already went through it, but it's an inspired 80s epic and anime space opera and manga like Macross. How do you say that? Macross?
Yeah, Macross. I say Macross.
Macross, Yamamoto, and Area 88 sprinkled with a dash of Neo Genesis
Evangelion.
Evangelion. See, like.
Yeah, that was close enough.
I'm trying here. I'm working on it. But see, what I think is pretty dope is that you don't just have the book; you actually have the beanie, which I want to talk to you offline about because I got some friends that would probably be interested in too. We can get some sketch cards.
Oh yeah.
We got the ladies' tee. We have. This is our variant cover.
Mm-hmm. That's the Macross homage variant for those who have seen or remember the classic '80s anime from Japan.
That reminds me of like the race car guy.
Speed Racer.
Speed Racer. There we go. I can't believe I couldn't remember Speed Racer. There we go. Dope.
Yeah, that was actually the first anime. Well, of course, probably the first one that got over here into America because it's from the '60s. Yeah, that was the first one I probably saw, but it didn't really stick with me because I don't know. It just seemed loud and nonsensical.
Yeah.
But what really got to me was the space cruiser, space battleship Yamato. It was called Star Blazers here, and I love that one because it was like characters who were like grow and develop, and they would fight each other, and some characters would die, and it was like a continuing story of like the race to save humanity from extinction, and it just kept you on the edge of your seat, and it wasn't like the monster of the week sort of thing, and that's where anime really got its hooks into me because it was more mature storylines, and even though I was like 7 or 8 years old watching this shit, and
So this is the cover that I personally backed. This is a personal favorite. This is a Dan Plago cover. Boob Dan art. If you don't know on the YouTubes, Boob Dan is prominent at doing awesome boob artwork. Yeah. And he's got his own project, Goblin Girl, you have to check out. But while you're out backing comics, you're on the IndieGoGo. While you're checking the links in this very description, you might want to pick up yourself a Nephilim Squadron. I mean, we have several different versions. We got a couple different covers, but each one of these, it's not like we're not just getting a cover. For $30, we are getting the cover. We're getting the holo deck. We're getting
and it's bookmark. An 80-page book.
Oh, that's Jesus.
Yes.
80 pages. That's thick, dude.
That's why it's a little.
She's thick.
A little more, and then I'm throwing some stuff in there.
Nephilim Squadron. Let's see, all the stretch goals. We get a sticker. See, stickers are my favorite. Book. I feel like a sticker can replace a bookmark because a sticker you can use as the bookmark. Up until you stick it on something. Yeah. And I'm pretty picky about where I put my stickers. But I dig the pen. That's another cool like punk rock. This is one of those things that I definitely want to talk to you offline. Is right here. This is pretty pimp. Captain Bomber Jacket. Look at that bomber jacket. $45 in your hand.
Oh yeah.
That's good tits.
Good material too, and nice stitching. I have my sample, my prototype up there hanging.
We can go down here. You can grab a sketch card with any one of these covers. An original page with any one of these covers. That would be, that's how you do it. And then, you already missed out on the Quantum Entanglement.
The drawn-in tier where you can be in the book sold out.
Sold out.
2 slots.
2 out of 2, and you're out. We're out. That's it. That's a wrap. Maybe next time. Back now, back often, back twice, as they always say. But I mean, this is a really good deal. You're getting a sick book. You have a couple different options on your covers here. You're getting more than just a book, and it's 80 pages. And like I said, I got this. I got the Dan Plagal. I didn't get the Virgin one, but I did get the Dan Plagal
No,
cover.
cool, awesome.
But I like this cover too because it reminds me of Speed Racer.
Yeah.
And then sketch cards. This is a fucking steal right here. Sketch cards, $20, dude.
Yeah. Oh, those are the characters from the book. That's why they're so cheap, because you don't know who they are yet.
Well, yeah. And then, like, once everybody backs the book, it gets around, and there's a couple unboxings, and then people are going to be upset
Yeah.
if they didn't get it. Oh, we got an insignia flag. We got
The flag I'm gonna have to rework because I have to go through another source to get the flag.
Look at this handsome fella right here with the hat on.
Oh, yeah. And that's my kid.
She's like, okay, I guess.
Like, hurry up and take the picture.
Yeah. And get this thing off. God, whatever. Oh, wow. Original page being the book. So this is all the original. We got our stretch goals up here, secret print. So there's still things possible that we can achieve here. But,
yes. And that's the Global Frequency team up with the Global Frequency Studios. If you get the jam print done by a third-party artist known as King Salmon from Portugal, and he did a print of my fighters from Nephilim Squadron and the Mavericks mechs. So if you back both Nephilim Squadron and Mavericks Origins Volume 1, you get that print also.
That's what I love. That's the synergy. That's the synergy. I backed both these projects.
Oh, yeah.
Backed both these projects. I've signed up for this project. Here we are, Dan Plagal, Goblin Girl, Boob Dan Art.
My variant artist, my variant cover artist. Support Boob Dan by signing up to Goblin Girl, which launches on the 26th.
Oh, it's launched on 26th? I was waiting for him to say a day.
Yeah, and I'm closing mine on the 26th.
Oh, so we got a closeout and an opening party on the same day.
Ah.
There we go, friends. You know, you want the print. Back both projects. Yes, of course you want the print. You got to back both projects.
Yeah, baby. Hey,
Nefarious got around.
Yeah. Yes, and that's my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna get back to the regular streaming next month it's not closing. I'm going in demand after this, and then you can unclench a bit, and then focus on fulfilling my last campaign, which is chapter one of the same book, but it's in black and white in just the first chapter.
Okay.
Kind of an intro into the world for people, and I'm going to focus on fulfilling that after this one closes, and then get back to my mobile game I'm working on. I need to finish that up over the holiday, and then in the new year, the plan is to if I hopefully have some more free time, I can do some collaborations with people.
Yeah. I like collabs. I think that's a big thing. I think that you need to have the synergy. I like seeing crossover stuff where it's possible. I do understand that like some people have some characters that they don't want to like mix up or whatever, but I think we're applicable as much as possible, you know. And I think that, you know, also people have multiple ideas and sometimes multiple properties, and that there's just because one thing didn't line up doesn't mean that you should, you know, put that away, that you should maybe put that idea in your pocket and keep it for that opportunity to rise up. Because, you know, I like seeing things like, you know, you back this project and you back the other project and you get this sick print, you get this extra little goodie from the campaign. I like seeing like Cobalt was another good example of that with Neff out there, right? You look at the back of that book, boom, we got a Mavericks advertisement. I want to see lots and lots of that.
Man, it's like a Global Frequency. It's like, how many people do they have working for them? It's like
they have the most expansive net in comics game, probably aside from probably the Diaz brothers, because I think the Diaz brothers also, you know, Zaid Comics. I think they have a lot of people that work with them.
Man, amazing! I'm so glad to be a part of this.
If you could be on the team of a new comic book, but it's a old property, which one of your childhood properties would you turn into something?
Oh my God. Ah, ooh. Well, uh, okay. I don't want to answer your question with questions, so I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna say, uh, if it's a costumed hero, it would have to be Daredevil.
Daredevil.
I'd love to do Daredevil.
Hmm. I mean, that's the mainstream, but I'm saying anything. Like if you could take Transformers, you could take He-Man, you could take whatever you just remember when you were a kid. David the Gnome. You know what I'm saying?
David the Gnome. Oh shoot. Oh, something. Oh my God, I would love to do what do you call it? A Thundar the Barbarian. If like a revamped version of full series of Thundar the Barbarian. From the Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. That's the one with like the blast, the rhino thing with like the blasters and stuff, right? And
Oh
he was
no, no,
like,
those are
oh,
the Herculoids. That's the
mm,
Herculoids from
okay.
yeah, Hanna Barbera. Oh, that's all Hanna Barbera. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Thundar was also Hanna Barbera, but it was more of an action adventure thing, and the guys kind of like it took place in the post apocalyptic future, and the main guy is Thundar, and he's kind of like a Conan the Barbarian type archetype,
Yeah.
and uh, and he's got a lightsaber that he calls a
Wait,
sun.
wait, wait. What does the characters look like though? Like name like so like what does the outfit look
Ukla
like?
Ukla is like a Chewbacca like character,
Okay.
and Ariel is she's a wizard,
Does he have like an orange
a
face or
sorceress.
something? Or am I still thinking about
Mm.
Herculoids?
Ukla?
Yeah. Does he have like orange on his face? He's like a
Yeah, it's not. It's like a weird looking. He's not like a.
orange
He's
black
not.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like
Okay.
that.
All right. All right. So I'm thinking it's relatively in there. I think I'm turning and burning. That's a little bit. I'm a little bit younger for that one because I'm only
Oh
like
yeah.
38. So that's
Oh yeah.
stretching.
Check out Thundar. Yeah, that's all some cool shit. And like in the intro of that show, it was weird because when you're like 7 or 8 years old watching that on a Saturday morning, the intro is like uh, the end of the world. It's the post apocalyptic scenario, and there's tidal waves. The Earth is the moon is cracked open, and there's tidal waves, and then uh, devastation and destruction. And yeah, but after that, it's kind of goofiness. But when the show actually starts,
Dude, I wouldn't mind like revamping like some of the crazier stuff, like some of the stuff that people wouldn't think about to do, but like Hong Kong Fooey, dude, Hong Kong Fooey, and like Grape Ape, and like people like that, like
yeah.
Huckleberry Hound,
Uh,
and then do like a noir version of it. It'd be hilarious.
uh,
Oh my god, I
oh,
would love
they didn't. I think they did like a serious version of Pink, well, not Pink Panther. Was it the Pink Panther or Snuffleupagus?
Snuffle. Oh
Snuffle,
man,
the
uh, I
well,
feel like he would
the
be a
Pink
heroin
Panther.
junkie or something if you like put him into like a '90s character, like '90s movie or
That's
something,
not.
you know?
Wait, it was that pink, not the Pink Panther, but that pink cat of the who hung around Huckleberry
Hmm.
Hound.
Oh, Snagglepuss.
Snagglepuss. Yeah, yeah, okay. Snuffleupagus. Yeah, Snuffleupagus is a heroin addict.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
almost forgot about Snagglepuss.
Yeah, they did a serious take on that too a few years ago in the comics.
What was the horror? Quick Draw
Couldn't.
McGraw. Quick Draw. I don't have brains. I got spunk. That's.
Uh,
Those characters are amazing, though. Like that was great entertainment. I think that they could do. I mean, I love the fact that Hong Kong Fu did like martial arts and he popped into a cabinet, right into a file cabinet, and popped out the other side of the car.
yeah. I know, it's a janky ass car.
Or could you imagine if they did a live action version of Wacky Racers?
Oh.
Like we have so many stars. I mean, like look, they kind of do that stuff with like some of the digital movies, right? Like
Mm.
they that movie that had all the stars in it where they were in the computer, Wreck-'em Ralph, right? I could do something like that, do a Wacky Racers, but do a live action. I think would be way sicker.
Oh yeah, it's probably already being made.
Oh, yeah, but that dog will be a trans cat or something.
Oh man, I can't do that laugh right now.
Oh, those cartoons were amazing. If you could bring back a block, like if you could do, like if they did, you have Netflix, right? But it was just like an a la carte, and you literally only had to pay for what you wanted, right? And it was just like a couple of scoops, like getting a bowl of poke or something, or like going to the Mongolian grill, you're just scooping into the bowl, right? Like what? I mean, what would your Saturday morning block look like? You think?
Oh.
Like you paid for them to program it for you too, because you know what I mean. Like that's the whole thing. You get the commercial package and everything. You get the whole like coming up next.
Shoot, probably a Robotech. Super Friends, early Super Friends.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, and I don't know. I really. You talking about now or when I was a kid?
No, now, like now.
Oh,
If
now.
you could,
Oh,
if you
okay.
had an a la carte
Oh
service
shit.
now that you could program, like you went on there and it was just, let's say it's called Saturday Morning Cartoons, and you got to line up, you just paid, and this service just turned on Saturdays and played the cartoon block that you wanted, right? And it even had commercials to go along with it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Pac-Man Power Hour. Is that
Okay.
what they called it? Oh man.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
I used to love that
Pac-Man
shit.
cartoon. That would be okay. That's
Yeah,
dope.
Pac-Man. Yeah, he had a cartoon, and the Pac-Man. It was pretty trippy. What else did I like? I said Super Friends, Thundar, of course, Thundar the Barbarian. And you could throw in some like the early Warner Brothers Looney Tunes, from the
Yeah.
uh,
We got a
30s.
4 hour block here at least. Come on, it's a Saturday morning block.
Oh,
That's the whole thing. Yeah, that's what I'm
okay.
saying. Like the whole idea of the services is that they put together, like you get to wake up on Saturday and you hit your go button, and it's like you just turned on the TV like you did in like 1980 something, right? And fucking boom, this is the block playing.
There was a show called Derek Blackstar. It was a live action show, sci-fi.
Okay.
It didn't last very long, but it was one of those. It was one of those,
What was the one with the strings? Had the string puppets in it that was like
the Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds, yeah. Yeah.
Man, you could make a TV show so cheap back in the day. Like,
Man.
oh, what about a Nephilim Squadron puppet show? That would be dope for the dude. That would be dope for the
there you
channel.
go. Wow, that's a new idea. Yeah, man, I never even thought of like cartoons or toys when I started doing this, but it's like when I'm in this network and I talk to people, they always bring it up. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool.
Well, I mean, yeah, because you talk to people like, I can 3D print stuff, and then you just see them casually 3D print a Batman, that's fully functional. So you're like, oh, okay, yeah. I guess you can 3D print.
Yeah, okay.
And then,
well, just let me finish the book first. That's my biggest concern. I want to make sure people get the book, and know that I'm serious about this.
Well, yeah, the thing that I'm worried about in the future that's going on that just kind of sucks right now for books is that everything's starting to pick up heat, and there's so many properties in demand that it's making it easier, I think, for people to enter the market and get sales, because there's books that are getting fulfilled. So instead of like in the beginning where everybody was just waiting, now you're periodically getting books,
Yeah.
even though you might be waiting for other ones, or you find out about one really late in the game and you're like, you buy it in demand or something and boom, it's fulfilled. So that's really helpful. But
Mm-hmm.
what's not going to be helpful is the supply shortage that we have of like paper and printing and stuff. And like, that's the shit that I'm like, oh, this is terrible.
Oh man, we've got to find a new material then. That's what we gotta put our greatest minds together and come up with some sort of like, I don't know. Well, we're a little too early for like a nanotech paper. But in my story in Nephilim Squadron, in that world, nanotechnology is is pretty much obsolete, because the story takes place in the 20th century, and and in my mind, back by then, nanotechnology is just like an old hat, old hat. But what I've come up with is a technology I call QGoo, and it's 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 based on a quantum molecular technology that was given to humanity by an alien race in the in the backstory of the world. But yeah, oh yeah, we just start paper. That's how I started.
There,
Man,
well, I mean, like, that's the only thing like that sucks because that's gonna hold like that's there used to be things holding up creators that were controllable, maybe sometimes, but like when it's uncontrollable like that, and then it like you're trying to get a project through for the first time. The only thing I can say is that it's still sharpening steel. Going through that fire will make you a little more dynamic and hopefully like you know
yeah, I just hope it works out. This is like the final phase for me, is like the printing and fulfilling, and that's like uh you know that's where gets real. I did a lot of the hard work with the writing and the drawing, but the business part, that's where it gets real.
yeah. Have you talked to anybody like Critical Blast or
Mm.
Liberty or talked to maybe just Alterna, just talk to Pete Smetty and stuff, just get
Yeah.
advice.
Not I talked to Critical Blast a little bit, but not really, not yet, because this first fulfillment is like less than 100, so I can handle it myself. It's not like big blockbuster kind of campaign yet.
Yeah.
I'm working up to it.
Well, we all have to start from somewhere. I
Yeah.
suggest that if you haven't started into the comic skate arena and do not know what's going on, you jump into Hex Allen's Nephilim Squadron. You can check out his channel, Hex Allen Comics. On
Yeah.
there, you can find out about Nephilim Squadron and other things. You can also see Hex Allen featured on a bunch of other panels like Global Frequency Studios. I think I've seen you around Death Metal Hero. I've seen you around
Mhm.
Lolo. You get
Yeah.
Lola Meets.
Yeah, I try to get around. I spread a little Melvin everywhere. And in my other stream I call Toxic Cringe Stream with No Chill. I What I do there is I have creators on, or it doesn't have to be a creator. It could be anybody, a fan, or you anyone I know and like on YouTube. But generally, I'll have a creator on, and we talk about whatever's there is to talk about in the day and their project, and all the while I'll be drawing their character from their book. So
Oh, well,
that's
there we
that's
go.
that's my new steez Steve.
Mm-mm-mm. Well, you can check out some of this work on Hex Allen's Instagram.
Oh yeah, I gotta do more there. It's too much. I'm only one man. I can't be everywhere. I try to. I gotta keep that updated.
That's a short, but there is in fact some artwork. You can check out all these links for Hex Allen in the description.
Yeah, thank you.
Uh, but one of the main things that you should check out for sure is this IndieGoGo campaign. We got futuristic sci-fi. We're in the 28th century. Nanotechnology's dead. That's how far ahead we are. We have giant
boobs.
boob day and art.
Quantum boobs.
You can have this cover both with your text and title on it, or you can go down and you get this quote unquote virgin cover.
Yeah, the Virgin Plagal.
The
Go do your Kegels with the Virgin Plagal.
And then if you're out and about and maybe you need like a new bomber's jacket, bam.
Yeah. I got the wait. Let me show you the military olive green one. I have two colors.
Oh, right. Boom. I like this cover.
Ta-da.
Well, let's do this properly.
Stitching's pretty nice too.
Oh, wait.
Turned out pretty good.
Now, how do I make you the whole screen? There's some way to do this.
Man, I need to work out.
That's me. That's of us.
There we go.
This is something else. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
good.
how to.
Yeah. I think you have to hit the little man.
Something like that. Live action. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not. We're not. I'm a working man. I'm not one. I'm also a jarhead. You got to give me. Typically, I could be eating.
Thank you for your service.
Who was? We got that. But 3 covers. You can get all 3 covers if it really tickles your fancy. Oh,
yeah. Oh,
we got beans. We got sketch cards. We got covers. We got covers reminiscent kickbacks to back to the day. We're showing love. We got new and improved. We have many different options, and all these links are down in the description for the book. But okay, let's just get into it a little bit. Like, what do we have here? This is essentially what happened.
What were you talking about?
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sharing to myself. I'm sharing to myself.
Oh, you don't show the screen.
I was sorry. Yeah, stop sharing the screen. My bad. Well, that was smooth. Anyway, so you're basically what I was looking at was the panel of the planet. Like you come in on the planet, you got some aardvark looking creatures, and you got some snakes with some circle faces, circle people faces,
holes in their face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something out of a dream.
So this is an amalgamation. But so are these characters? What are these characters? Where are they going? What is their journey? What is the Nephilim Squadron? How did they get to this planet? And what is this planet?
Well, the Nephilim Squadron, they're part of an organization called SIF, or the Soul Interstellar Forces. And so SIF, they've been called to this colonized planet that, over time, that the colony has turned into a few civilizations over generations. And then they've been fighting a war with these native species that seem to have just sprouted out of the ground. And they're quickly evolving and developing their own weapons and becoming more human-like, and they're threatening to wipe out the humans on this planet. So the Soul Interstellar Forces, they're brought in to fight this war against these creatures for the humans, because they've got more powerful technology. And so what happens is the Nephilim Squadron, they are the hotshot pilots of the SIF, and they're like superstars, and they're being pushed on the public and to promote the war and as propaganda.
Oh no! God damn it, Bronx.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
and but one of the pilots, the Taru, he's the main character, and he's actually a clone. Uh, what I call in this world, in this universe, a Taquin, and Taquin is an ancient alchemical term for a clone, and uh, what his deal is over the course of time, as they, as he and his crew cruise around the planet on their, they have some leave time, and he has some sort of like a revelation about his own being, and uh, sort of a um, what do you call it? Uh, Revelation about uh, his uh, existence.
Mm.
So, uh, so his kind of personal journey is to uh, find a soul for himself, and he thinks there's a way to do it while they're on this planet. So
Okay.
it's kind of a it's a story that goes a lot of places, and but there's a lot of action, and as well as character development and self realization, that kind of thing. Um,
Very, very, very cool. Very cool. And
but
yeah, you brought this. You said you had a lot of different ideas that kind of put this together. Is there any like characters, anything that you can talk about that you kind of, was an amalgamation of things, or that you personally enjoy a lot? Do you have a favorite character?
mm, well, I could talk about the villain, Seaton Kokar. And Seaton Kokar, he's the dictator on this planet, and and he's fighting, against the alien creatures, or the native species, and he's sort of a combination of Saddam Hussein
Okay.
and and um, I don't know. I guess in his look, I want to say like a Jimmy Page is, but that's in his look. I'm talking about like this is see the actual character of the guy is more like a Saddam Hussein, and oh shoot, uh, Stalin, I would say. Yeah, is based mostly on like historical figures, I guess.
Very cool. Is that something? Do you like history? Are you a history person? I get into
Uh,
history sometimes, man. Like,
mm,
I find it very interesting because I find out that there was like a lot of stuff that we were really like we weren't taught correctly when we were children. Like we just like missed out on a bunch of stuff. And so
yeah.
like when you start digging in there and you find out like you start reading about stuff and you get into the military stuff is what really
Mm,
interests me because you
mm,
start getting into these personalities, the characteristics of these people, and you see like what they achieved and what they did,
yeah.
and think about some of the odds that they had to face.
Yeah, people like Audie Murphy and yeah, those are yeah, and LeMay, Colonel LeMay, really interesting characters from history. But yeah, yeah, mostly. I guess the biggest influence would be uh, kind of like fringe science,
Yeah,
UFO stuff, um, ancient what do you call it? Forbidden archaeology, that
bro,
kind of stuff.
can you believe that it's gotten so crazy in our culture that everyone's missing every time they keep talking about UFOs? Have you seen the amount of UFO? They literally waited until like the population is the most insane it's ever been. They're like, now's the time to tell everybody about aliens. They're not even paying attention. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. Who
Yeah.
cares? They can't go to the grocery store without a mask on. They don't care. We're talking about aliens right now. Let's just drop it on them now.
Hmm.
All the UFO sightings and stuff, all the Air Force, we've definitely seen some things that we can't describe or explain to you. We couldn't even tell you how it got there. There's no scientific way. I'm like, okay.
Oh my god!
I've,
Have you
I,
seen the footage on from my channel?
mm,
I got some footage there from when I went to Japan. of a
Oh yeah.
whole fleet of UFOs.
See, my question is like, is it UFOs? Is it technology? Do our governments already have a connection with the aliens, and are they already speaking to them? I feel like we're on a reset. You know what I mean? I feel like we're just like a fish tank. Like the Earth is just like like a big fish tank or an ant. Like an ant farm
Uh,
or something. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Because like think about how many things that we've dug up archaeological wise, and how many times we found things that we can't explain even in ancient times, like how this architecture like was made, or how they figured out that there was just things that were just a little more advanced than what we can even fathom
Mm,
figuring out how we did, back then today with what means that they had. And I'm like,
mm,
oh, maybe aliens are just, and they're,
or it's maybe it was just older societies, and the Earth was spaded under eons ago, and then
I
and then we
mean,
start all over again.
I mean, I've heard things where, the population of humankind was like down to like something like 10 or 7,000 during like different natural disasters or things happening, like
Mm,
global events happening or whatever.
mm.
So, I mean, who knows? Who knows? It could be, or I mean, I'm just saying, like, it just seems like
Oh
there's a good possibility that there's just like, like we're just some punk alien teenagers, like science projects.
yeah.
You know, I mean, for all we know, like 40 lives, like a time span for us is whatever time span, but for
Mm,
another being, for all we know, like we're like 3 days in a petri dish.
yep, exactly. I mean, who's to know?
Do you remember those science things that you used to do when you were a kid, man? Like that was one of the ones. Like I didn't know you could do that shit with Jello until I was like fucking an adult, and I was like looking up stuff to teach my kid, to do things with my kid, and I was
uh,
just like, I could have done this when I was a kid. I could have done like we could afford Jello when I was a kid. Damn, I could have been making all kinds of petri dishes. What the fuck?
I don't know. Shit, you could use bread.
Mold on bread was just considered free penicillin.
That was just flavor.
It helps with the government oil cheese.
hmm
Blue cheese. You got blue cheese. I got blue bread. What's up? What's up?
Mm, yeah.
Oh, I should see how I make these croutons.
Oh man, how'd they get that crust on it?
Oh, okay. Do you remember any food products inspired by like products when you're a kid? Okay, so like I remember there was two things when I was a kid. There was the Hostess pies that had the
Uh,
green ooze for the Ninja Turtles,
ooh.
and then they had these cookies, and I think for some reason I know that they had this weird. I think they were like glow in the dark too, like these chocolate Ninja Turtle cookies that, or maybe I just thought they glue in the dark because I was a dumb kid and I'm an adult and I don't remember now. I haven't actually researched it, but for some reason, but I feel like in the early '90s they would have given us glow in the dark food and like been like my bad later
Mhm.
when it caused kids to like I don't know glow in the dark or something.
I totally see that.
Did you have anything
Uh,
like that? Do you remember anything or
uh,
like ice cream truck ice creams or anything?
it would have to be that green shake from McDonald's.
Yeah.
The they still do that like you know every year around
Oh, the
St.
Shamrock
Patrick's.
Shake. I
Oh,
think they
okay.
do.
How about the everybody knows that then. What about oh yeah, there was the Smurf cereal.
Smurf cereal. There we
Yeah.
go.
I just remember that distinct taste. Uh, it it was like so bluer than blue, the color first of all,
Mm.
and but the taste was just like just a blast of freaking chemicals. Yeah,
Oh man, we got to be quiet about talking about our favorite cereals. The woke crowd's gonna catch on to it. They're
oh
gonna start some kind of retro cereal thing. The
no
next thing you
no.
know, um, we're gonna have to have a transgendered Frankenberry.
Oh, man.
Booberry is gonna be Boo Terry from now on.
Uh, transgendered Smurfs,
Mm.
which would be
Well,
interesting because
technically,
they don't have.
I was gonna say they couldn't. There would only have to because there's only male Smurfs. Remember,
Ah,
Gargamel made the Smurfette.
yeah, they're all smooth down there. So how, how would you have a trans Smurf?
I don't know. I don't know because you can't have binary clothes. I guess it would be the only Smurf with pink hair. Like, I don't know. It would be the pink Smurf.
Pink hair and problem glasses. Are these problem glasses, by the way? These
I
are
hope
not problem
not.
glasses.
I don't think so.
I
I
gotta
think
change them anyway. They're too heavy on my face.
yeah. Man, you should get. Do you remember the old Six Flag commercials where they had the bald guy, the old crazy bald guy? You should get the bottle ones. You should just get a set of those just to fuck with your kid. Or just like act like seriously, like be like these
Oh,
are my new glasses, and then take her out and pretend like you're
yeah.
seriously gonna wear them for just
Oh
take her to
man.
lunch and mess with her.
Get a bow tie. Didn't he wear a bow tie or something too?
Yeah, he had the bow
Yeah.
tie and the.
Yeah. Remember this, kids?
Oh, they used to be able to do, there was all kinds of great things. Like there was great ideas. They had discovery zones in the 90s. Those were the big things. Like if you're a
Oh,
parent, that
yeah.
was the most like epic gymnasium thing you could bring your kid to. That was like the first major ball pit, lose your kid in it
Mm.
thing. And then they had the Chuck E. Cheeses and the Showtimes. Did you ever get to go to the other one, the Showtime one, where they had the bears singing instead of Chuck E. Cheese?
No, I never. I just saw those in like TV shows or stuff.
Mm. Leroy Jenkins is in the chat. Leroy is a sponsor of the
Hey.
channel. He supplies everybody with the coffee, kratom, and CBD needs.
Oh, hello,
So,
Leroy.
so you can go the 727, 720, 720. You know what? We'll just pop up the graphic. Just pop up the graphic. It'll save time instead of me trying to stumble over things. Let's see. Change brands. This is what I hate. I don't have access to everything. With every show, I have to switch things around. Where is my Leroy graphic? Bam. Bam, right there. Seventh Dimension 720.com for your coffee, CBD, and kratom needs. Bam.
Oh.
If you watch the show every once in a while, when we're doing the Owl Gang podcast, we do giveaways. We might be doing giveaways for this show too eventually.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Awesome.
So if you need any of those things, you need to hit the website. But if you need some hot comic action and you want some cool sci-fi tied into some old school cartoon stuff, then you hit all those links that are provided for you in the description, and you get that Nephilim Squadron from Hex Allen Comics.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. 24 Eyes.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, did we talk about the Nubia and the Amazons?
We touched on it a little bit, but I mean we can get into it more because I just think that's hilarious. Like I can't even like I'm not even mad now. Like they made me mad about He-Man, but they can't make me mad about this. This is them imploding on themselves.
Mm.
I was like, oh, you know what I love too though is like they're like and like because like I think they were like Caitlyn Jenner won Woman of the Year and she was like a white transgender lady, so they're like we're going to make this a transgendered person of color. I'm like, see, but the thing is though, my thing is like, are they gonna like where's the fight? Like at what point is the fight gonna become? Oh, is it a Latin transgendered person or is it a African American transgendered person or is it the whatever brand? When is that gonna be the new fight? Because that's what it's getting down to. Like an all woman society has now just been penetrated by a man. The patriarchy has taken over Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that's what they wanted.
It's ironic. No, this is what you asked for. You wanted to
Oh
you made it a man's world.
my God! Let's take a look at this. Oops! Don't share that. Oh wait, damn it! Share.
Technical difficulties. We're both boomers here.
There's Bia. Is that on purpose? Bia, Bia or Bia?
I don't know.
Right.
Is there
Well,
something?
that's
I don't
crazy.
know if there's like a Latin thing or something. Maybe that
Uh,
might be too deep for their lore, though.
it could be Greek. I don't know, but there she is. Oh, Nubia. Oh, I see Nubia as a
Oh, Bia.
Bia as in
Okay,
Nubia. Yeah.
I get it.
All right.
Oh, it's shorthand. Okay, nickname.
I don't know how to explain.
Did they make her fat too? Is this going to be like the first fat Amazon one too?
Yeah, she's got a little.
Jesus Christ, they just fucking like, wow, man.
Well, they're making these books for themselves, so there you go.
I can't.
There you go.
Who's the self-insert here? Is my question. Like, is this a
Mm.
hookup? Is this a
Oh,
homie
yeah.
hookup? Is this like I put you in there? What's up?
Yeah. That's got to be
Oh,
one of the writers.
oh.
Hmm.
My goal is to eventually make enough friends with enough comic creators that you like. There's like a hidden Easter egg, 24 eyes, like an eyeball or something hidden in comics. You
Uh,
know, just like maybe at the bottom of the page where it says like page 3, there's like a little eyeball laying next to it or something. Just like a little.
uh, oh, it says that hmm, this came through imagery and subtext, so they're saying that they didn't shove it in our faces. Williams Ayala and company did a beautiful job using imagery as subtext through Nubia in the Amazons #1. When introducing the Well of Souls, it's made clear that the souls reborn via the well died through acts of violence in a man's world.
Oh, okay. So the man soul is dead and the woman soul has been born in her.
I know, I guess.
Oh, so we're dead naming her if we go back to this man soul.
Uh,
We're dead souling this person.
uh. Now, readers are allowed to link the two elements of the story, presuming Bia Baya was one victim of such violence in her previous life. So she was a victim of male violence, but was she a male? It's not clear. Leaning even more into the metaphorical, a later scene shows the recruits given a puzzle in the form of labyrinth spheres, meant to test the new Amazon skills. Bia ends up finishing the puzzle almost instantly.
Oh wait. Are we saying that this? Okay.
Possibly the greatest Amazon yet at navigating a maze, offering another lens through which to view the difficult life she's navigated so
But
far.
okay, yeah, but okay, but this is true though. I mean, with the exception of like the two losers in MMA, all the transgender people, and even like Fallon Fox like beat the brakes off of 9 women before she got stomped out. Uh, but but I mean, like that's what's going on right now. Like literally, like in the Olympics, women are getting their asses handed.
So he comes or and she comes in and and bests them at their own game, with ease.
With these, after getting beat up in the man world. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm.
All right. Well.
I didn't
Okay.
know the Amazons were such an open and free society like this.
And see, this is clickbait. There, I thought the trans character was this one here.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I go for that. No.
Like no, I was sitting there. I thought that this is what they were gonna pull. That they were gonna like take a prominent like one of I'm not really
No,
familiar
a
with all the lore, but I thought
pre-established character.
I thought they were just gonna snag somebody.
Hmm. Well, that's fine then. That's fine. Let them have
I
it.
mean, that's what whatever. I think it's the most ridiculous thing I've heard to date, but okay. I mean, it's supposed to be like a feminist thing, I just don't. Okay, okay, I
Hmm.
don't know.
No, well, no,
Well, they can
no,
have their
no,
comics books.
no, feminist thing. No, no, no.
Oh, I can't wait. Do you think that this is gonna like? Do you think this character is gonna be in a movie? They have to add this character in the movie. They
Oh
have
yeah.
to.
Mm. If not in a movie, then on one of
And
those the CW shows.
when do you think? Okay, like they did Spider Man. They did didn't they do the Miles? They did the Miles Morales Spider Man right in the movie. So they like now. I'm waiting. Like, are they going to replace Batman? Like, when are they going to tag Batman or Superman? Like, they made Superman's son gay, but like, when are they just going to say like we're just going to do like Latin American Superman or like Filipino Superman?
Wait, isn't he the TV show? Isn't he?
I have
Uh,
no clue.
he doesn't look white to me. But
No, dude, I didn't even know. I didn't even read the headlines. I'm just like, my question is just, you know what I mean? Like, when are they just gonna like completely like replace all the main character, like everything that's existed, and then like if the character was already something of diversity, like are they going to add more diversity? Are they going to just continue to flirt with sexualities? Are they going to
Mm,
change the, you know what I mean? Whether they make the person trans, gay, or just
mhm,
completely gender morph them?
mm. Yeah, where's the white female Luke Cage?
Well, at what point will there be too little representation of white people and have to go back to it? And then there's like a trans white black, you know what I mean? Like, or wait. Where is going to be the trans Asian, like the black character who is trans Asian, who then decides who is then trans white?
Mm.
Because,
Oh, my head is swirling.
you know, through their journey of dysphoria, they discovered a further layer, and what they really realized.
Oh, what they really
Uh,
realize is inside I am a tree.
mm. Now, I mean, like, I think you know, you can do whatever with the characters. I think that would be more beneficial just to make new characters. You know what I mean? Like, just to take
Mhm,
the time to well script
mhm,
and make a
mhm,
proper backstory. And I don't know, like, make people like the character, put them
mhm,
through some divert, and instead of just being like, here's a new character and the most powerful thing in the world. Like, we only accepted that bullshit one time. His name is Superman. And after
and
Superman, we made you have a backstory from there on out. There's no
uh,
more bullshit. The yellow sun makes you super powerful, and you are like the most powerful thing. Like no more of that shit. Like
mhm.
even that, we had to give you a rock. We had to say, look, this green rock makes you like, you know.
Yeah, we gotta tamping down the omnipotence.
So so we need to, yeah, we need to get back to you know someone struggling and what builds the actual character basis that makes you fall in love with the character in the first place, the
Mm,
flaws, and like create you know do some character, and then you know maybe somebody will be like, oh, that's a cool trans character, and not even think about it. But you're just like, no, all of a sudden Superman is a commie and so is Captain America. I'm like, how do you make Captain America a commie? That's bullshit. Like, is Captain
uh,
America's on the name of the fuck out of here?
well,
That's all right. I have all my classics. We have the. That's what we said. We have the archive. When the aliens come back to you know reset things again and are looking through, you know, just sitting there perusing through all our garbage and whatnot, and just kind of sorting through things, they'll find like hundreds of thousands of archived, you know,
uh,
just computer drives and stuff, just fossilized.
mm,
Mhm.
and just
Unless, oh, you know, the only thing that could really reset us is if they did manage to rewrite everything and then they lit off an EMP. They just like did the great reset, you know what I mean, and just like
uh,
erased all our digital media.
oh man, that would be wow.
You know what I
Everyone's
just
digital media except for mine.
you know what I just did? I just caused a bunch of media preppers. Now there's going to be a new trend.
Oh no.
People are going to be thinking about, wait a minute, what about the EMP? You're going to
Hmm.
have a bunch of people transcribing DVDs to fucking 8 millimeter film now.
Oh,
Like I
we have
will
to.
watch it.
I mean, that's when we have to go back to scribing things into stone, chiseling into rock. That stands the test of time.
Mm.
Okay, they've been finding to go back to what we were talking about before. They in some places what was that in Japan, off the coast of somewhere in Japan, they found some structures with right angles, under this,
Oh yeah.
they uncovered under the sea,
They found when it comes to
straight
the
lines,
sea
right
stuff,
angles.
The sea stuff gets really interesting. I'm not like a big boat person, but when it comes to like sea technology and get into ancient technology, there is a bevy of like devices that we think we know what they did, but we're not quite sure. They're mostly revolving around sea travel,
Mm.
like just like really advanced things, like with gears and shit. Oh man, that's what makes me keep thinking. And then there's like Bigliotep in Russia, that sixteen
uh,
thousand year old civilization that we found.
yeah, yeah, man. Oh man.
I almost want to. Oh, that would be a kind of a cool sci-fi book. Just a big play theater where it is a kid, and this kid just like zaps people from different time frames and different dimensions and puts them on this little world.
Oh, that sounds like something out of Doctor Who. Yeah,
I'm
but
fixing a drink, sir. So if you want to talk about Nephilim Squadron and plug it a little bit while we're doing it.
uh, yeah, yeah. What were you talking about? Oh, yeah, the ancient astronaut stuff. Like um, what is that place in South America? Tokepi Pepi.
Oh,
I can never say it.
yeah, no,
And
yeah. We both just yeah.
I can never say that, but yeah, you know what I'm
There's a
talking about.
word, and it's in
Mhm.
South America.
Right. uh, in Lake Titicaca. I just like saying that. But yeah, who knows? It's a wonderful world, and I think it's a lot older than we think. Uh, I think civilizations have been here a lot longer than we think. But that seems to be the um, slowly prevailing uh, sentiment these days, and the consensus is now seems to be coming around to that. Our humanity is older than, or um, humanity civilization is older than we once previously thought.
Yeah. Well, there's, I mean, like, what we think, we estimate something like human civilization's been around something like 200 to 180,000 years or something, in some form or fashion. But that's what I'm wondering, dude. Like, is that just this time? Like, how many times have we been this far?
uh,
I mean, how old is the Earth really? How long has this happened? How many times has this happened? And is there one creature on this earth that is like actually still around from is there some fish down in the ocean, or like an alligator that's sitting in a swamp somewhere that's like 5,000 years old or something?
oh yeah, we can only hope. We can only hope to live long enough to figure it out.
Well, see, okay, so as far as pop culture goes, right? There, vampires were used to be badass, and
Mhm.
then they made them sparkly. But I always thought, I always thought like if I had to pick between being a werewolf or a vampire when I was a kid, I would pick vampire because I thought it would just be cool to just not die. You know what I mean? Just to live
Mm,
forever. It was like werewolves turn into werewolves, which is badass and all, but like you still age, like you still die. It might be like at a reduced rate or whatever, but
mm.
you still become an old man.
Yeah. And there's nothing more pathetic than an old werewolf.
Well, if you
Patches
have
and
like a
hair
snaggle
patches
tooth and
falling
stuff,
out.
like
Yeah.
you're missing one fang and shit, like
Mm.
your whiskers are fucking bent and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And at least with a vampire, you're you have a human like appearance. Oh, Richard C. Hoagland, yeah. Yeah, I've been listening to him on Coast to Coast since, oh my god. I first started listening to Coast AM with Art Bell in November of 1996. I
Yeah.
can narrow it down because I remember I was spazzing out to a friend of mine and talking about the Hale Bopp comet, and my buddy was like, dude, you should listen to Coast to Coast. I'm surprised you never heard of Art Bell. You should listen
Oh
to that.
yeah, Coast to
And I was
Coast
like,
is classic.
yeah. And I was like, what? Who? And then, yeah, that was like November of 96. And I was like, that's when I started listening to Coast to Coast and it was just hooked ever since.
Oh yeah, you get sucked into that world. The
Yeah.
talk radio. Oh man,
Mm.
especially Coast to Coast is great. Oh. Mm.
Yeah, but I don't like the George Norrie. I mean, I guess he's okay. But he doesn't have the edge that Art Bell had. Rest in peace.
I mean, you can only do so much. Howard Stern doesn't have the edge that he used to
Mm.
have. You know what I mean? Like, so at some point, Howard Stern like went from being like one of the coolest guys, like showing his ass on MTV, to being like one of the biggest assholes like of all time.
I
Like
think he's just out
unaware.
of touch these days. Out of touch.
I think he's more jealous than he's out of touch because he used to be the guy that shook the feathers and was like everyone wanted to go be on the Howard Stern show back in the day.
Hey, good stuff, Comics Gator. Hey, bow. Crack pack in the house.
And now everybody wants to go on the Joe Rogan thing. You know what I mean? And like, while he did bring millions of subscribers to SiriusXM, it's still not the same level of like downloads or people like the hundreds of millions of downloads that Joe Rogan gets every month. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I know. I stopped listening to Stern after he said F Trump voters.
oh my god, I can't.
And that's when I dropped out. And after I'd listened to him for 25 years, nonstop, and he never was offended. But that offended me. And
Oh
I still
no.
have Sirius, and I love my Underground Garage, that channel. That's some awesome
I
music.
I got serious when it came out because it happened to be in the car that I bought, right? And then I was listening to Howard Stern, and a radio host named Jason Ellis came on. And
Oh
I started
yeah.
listening to him, and once Jason Ellis was on, that was like the reason I had SiriusXM for the longest time until he was off.
Yeah.
And then I was
Yeah,
like, fuck it.
who's my new Howard Stern these days is Risey Lee.
Mm.
He's taking Howard Stern's place for me. Yeah, those Australians, Jason Ellis and our own Risey Lee.
Yeah.
Those are the new shock jocks.
I think Dean and Chemo tried to shock it up a little bit. They did some good porn trailers that was good.
Oh yeah, yeah, Dean and
You catch Dean with
become celebrities.
Ali and Michael T and Wolvo doing the doing the Star Wars shows where they're making fun of there's that game show. Have you seen it? There's like a game show for kids now. That's like a Star Wars show, and they review the show and crack jokes.
Oh, I miss. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've seen. Yeah, I keep missing those shows. Yeah, I've
Oh
seen the
yeah, because
titles, but
they're
I
in the
gotta
middle of the night.
catch up.
I'm a crazy person, and I like will sleep at all different hours and stuff. And so like sometimes I'll come home from work and be asleep for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I'll be up for like 5 hours. Then I'll go to sleep, and then So I catch all kinds of
Mm-hmm.
streams, and it just so happens,
Yeah.
catch yourself a good Finatra stream or whatever.
Yeah. Oh man, those are wacky.
I think
Good stuff.
Finatra is he's
He's
our
talking
Howard
shit about
Stern.
me.
He's your CG Howard Stern right there.
Good
Mm,
stuff. Comic Skater says something about me.
that's kind of pretty. Oh yeah. Um,
Mm.
are we gonna have another weeb trial? Or did we have...
I said that in confidence. That was just between you and me.
We got Zayd Studios in the audience. We had Jeremy on. We went through.
Hey,
We did
what's
a
up,
good.
Zay?
We did an
Let's see,
incredible interview.
Jeremy.
You can come check it out. You should definitely check out his projects too. He's also on Steam, so that's pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Difference is a pretty decent broadcaster on the conspiracy side of things. Had a bunch of decent information on Fukushima a couple of years ago after it happened. Fukushima was interesting. That was like one of those things where they like just neglected to do what they were supposed to do.
Mm. Yeah, I watched that happen live the the tsunami. I mean, I watched the tsunami happen live, not the meltdown. But yeah,
He's
I
like,
was.
I just
It was
happened to still be in Japan, and
no,
I had my binoculars from the hotel room.
no, I mean live on TV. Just happened to be watching the news or something.
Mm.
Yeah, but
Dude, what would cause the world to stand still now, do you think?
mm,
Like, I don't even know what world-breaking event. I think people are so numb to everything that, like,
mm,
there's no more world-breaking event. I don't think that you could do like what happened with back in the 1920s where they did that radio talking about
mm,
where they did the world-ending radio show
mm,
and people caused mass hysteria and freaked a
yeah,
bunch of people out.
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds.
Uh, um, I would say maybe Muppets coming to life. If Muppets came to life, then I don't know. People behave better? I don't know.
Mm,
What does he say? The water that the
it's
water
still
is still.
radioactive. News.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mm.
I've seen YouTubers go into Chernobyl and stuff and do that. I don't know if I want to go play with that.
Ooh,
Little ticking box.
heck no.
When are you guys? When are you guys sending me your becoming bankrupt videos? Oh, we'll have to work on
Oh,
these things.
oh, becoming bankrupt. I can't even. I don't even want to embarrass myself by trying.
They have repurposed old whaling vessels to dump barrels of waste at the port. Jesus Christ! Isn't there a place to bury this shit? I feel like there's a place somewhere in the world. Like, couldn't you just buy like some fucking like empty part of Africa where no animals or people live? You know what I mean? It's a giant continent, and there's like a bunch of like somewhere in the middle of the sand area. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking somewhere in the middle of like that desert, like where there's no one or anything out there. We can't like build something that could house like 10,000 years worth of waste or something.
Or I don't know. What about just shooting it out into space?
Yeah, but see, the problem with stuff floating in space is that like even like something the size of like a dime could like take out a satellite. So we can't just randomly shoot stuff in
Mm.
space because it'll just be floating around. They could
No, well, I
take us
mean,
out.
yeah, I mean, direct it to the sun, straight to the
That's what
sun,
I was thinking. I was
straight to the
wondering,
sun.
like, can the sun just burn all the nuclear waste? Is like, would that be an issue? Like, would a nuclear weapon actually like if we shot a nuke into the sun, would it do anything?
No, not
I
a
don't even know. I
no,
don't even know.
no,
I
not
don't
at
even know.
all. It would eat it up. Yeah, let global warming cook the ice away. And
That maybe that's what it is. It's
oh,
not. There's not actual global warming. It's just that we're dumping barrels of waste on the poles. It's
mm,
causing the polar caps to melt, and the
hmm.
fish. Mm.
Yes, we'll find Admiral Byrd there, alive and well.
Have you gotten to travel much?
Not recently, but the last place I went was Japan, 4 years ago.
I fucking love going around Japan. I don't like long term there. It's way too humid and
Ah,
whatnot. Like for me, like I don't care for that kind of level of moisture
mm,
all day, every day for like long
mm,
term. But I'd go visit. I just don't want to live there. I had to go to Okinawa because of the Marine Corps, and
mm.
I just like I said, like you're wet inside. Like everywhere you go, you're wet. It's just
Swamp,
constantly wet. It's just
just
like
swamp ass.
it's terrible. But the restaurants are amazing.
Oh
Are
yeah.
fucking amazing.
Woo.
And some of the
Yes.
bars are cool too. Have you
Mm.
ever been to an all you can drink in an hour bar?
No.
Oh, so Okinawa's got some fucking killer bars where you pay like it's like $100 or something or $90 or something, and it's all you can drink in an hour or all you can, and they will pour you. There's no cutoff. They'll
uh,
pour you as much as you want until you fucking fall
till the
over.
hour ends.
Yeah, the
Man.
hour ends and you fall over.
Wow.
Mm.
Hey, there, I gotta get there.
Or maybe the
Yes.
Earth is larger than we think.
Mm.
Possible. Maybe it's flat. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it is, but like, there's people
Uh,
that seem to think so.
it's donut shaped.
Problem with long range space flight isn't fuel or power; it's water. That's what we need to be able. Mine ice from asteroids. We need to be able to mine a lot of shit from asteroids, including like metals for batteries.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Climate change now. No longer global warming. Keep changing. But there's not. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just climate change. The climate is just not palatable anymore.
I know. I think what it is the Earth is fine. It's just it's just we have a problem with what's going on with the Earth is its own natural processes, and
I mean,
it's not
look.
the Earth. It's not the world ending. It's our lives ending. That's what we're worried
How
about.
betrayed though we like? I mean, look. If we have to retro, like I just said a weird word because I've been drinking. If we have to retroactively go back and like change things up because the Earth is actually flat, that's gonna fuck up the Globetrotters, sir. And I'm sorry, but Metalark
Wow.
deserves more. He's in Scooby Doo.
Oh, that's another one. The old Scooby Doo's from the Scooby Doo's pre Scrappy Doo. That's another one I'd have.
Pre.
That's another show I'd have on my Saturday morning channel, uh, streaming channel. And then and that episode with the Globetrotters guest starring.
Oh, dude, bottled air like in space. Oh, but could you
Uh,
imagine the pranks that you could play on people if you had canned air? Because then you could just can farts and fuck with people. I was getting
uh,
that pure
uh,
Gary.
it's a shart. It's not a
Oh
Shasta.
goodness,
It's a Sharta.
I wonder. Oh, that should be a campaign stretch goal.
Oh yeah, fresh air. Mm. Oh, you know what? In my book, that I do a few times I mention the how the atmosphere on the planet has a certain smell. Uh, I should have. Oh my god, I should have thought of that. Well, maybe next campaign I can bottle
Oh, you know
the
what? What about
bottle the
scratch and
medicine.
sniff covers? That's one. You know what?
Oh,
EBS hasn't covered that yet. Scratch and sniff
oh,
cover, mother.
there you
What?
go.
What?
All right, you
Right?
get credit. You get credit for that.
Oh,
How
that'd
can I
be
compensate?
amazing. I wonder what nowadays too with the technology we have. I bet there's like super cool smell technology. You probably could do some really cool stuff. I bet like if I had a really badass female feminine character, like God forbid you had one of those in comic book. If I had one of those one of those relics, one of those
Mm.
relic women, how cool would it be to like put perfume into the book though? Like on a couple of the pages, like have it laced in there where you could like smell her perfume.
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought you were going to say something else, but yeah.
Well, like Nate Siri said, it's scratch and sniff. So I mean, it's at your pleasure.
Yeah, that could work for sure, especially if it's like
But
a
yeah, no, like the old school
character.
letters. But like, think about that too, because they're like, okay, that dude that does Kickstarter does the Lady Death campaigns and stuff. He's got
Hmm.
that art. He's got that female artist comes on. She does the campaigns. But could you imagine, like, if she like, this is a perfume that I wore. This character looks like me. I draw this character, and then you have that act, like when you're reading it, you smell the woman as you read it.
Uh-huh.
Just think
Yeah.
into it.
Or maybe it would be more appropriate, maybe if it's Lady Death to have a scratch and sniff. It smells like a corpse.
Of course, it just sounds like it just smells terrible.
Yeah, go Blecky, go Bleck, go
Go,
Beckley.
go,
Oh my
go
gosh.
back, you tap it. Go. Oh, god damn it.
Yeah. Go Bleck,
I'm,
go back my book. Go back, go
go,
Blecky. Go.
go back, Nephro Squash. Links are available in the description.
Yeah, that's right. I know the place. I've heard it said countless times. I just cannot say it myself.
Ooh. Oh, that would be another thing. Peruvian flute music for your background, like a chill. What if you made a really chill comic book? That was just the whole idea. The idea was just a mood comic book, and it just was to chill. You just read it when you want to chill, and it just had like
Uh-huh.
a little like soundtrack, right? Because we have Vosta Vlad out there kicking up to the techno kind of
Techno cyberpunk.
the cyberpunk kind of feeling, right?
Yeah.
This is just a chill. Like the whole thing is just like, they get on the YouTube and you got the chill streams or whatever playing the music.
Mm-hmm.
ASMR. There we go. Yeah, it's ASMR comics.
Oh,
But bam, that would.
oh. As long as you're not eating something,
I wonder if you make an angry
chewing.
comic. Oh, if that worked, you could go through all the moods. An
Mm.
angry comic, like a comic book that just makes you angry and wants to throw
Oh
shit at the
god.
wall. You listen to loud music while you're reading it. I don't know what that comic book would contain. I don't know,
Mm.
but
Probably just maybe some still frames of CNN with
it's just Don Lemon. It's just Don Lemon at a
yeah.
pitch meeting talking about all the favorite shit you grew up with.
Yeah.
That's every page. It's him, Don Lemon ruining every bit of your childhood.
I can't stand that guy. Ah. And the Cuomo brothers. Ah. The Cuomo brother comic book. There you go.
Mukbang comic. That would be great. An
Yeah.
edible comic. Oh, okay. Well, I think you could do that.
Uh,
I'm thinking about bottling essence of good
essence
stuff. There
of
we
good stuff.
go.
Mm.
Oh, that's some good stuff. Good stuff. You have. I mean, it markets itself. Everything you have is good stuff.
Yeah. And what is that troll that character he does for his the news, the Comicsgate news? Uh, Maybe you could call it like the essence. The fragrance would be the essence of that guy.
Uh, it's comics in stereo. You have two different. You have to get the book in two different pieces, and half the half the words are on one side, and the other half the words are on the other side. So you have to turn
Mm.
two.
Mm.
All good stuff all the time. These are facts,
Yeah.
sir. These are facts.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is some. I mean, out of all the hilarities, I think there might be something with the scented comics, and like especially like if I were to do, let's say like a war comic, you know what I mean? Like do like a war era comic and stuff, like
Oh,
with that, like if you could scent certain pages and the scent didn't necessarily bleed out
oh,
to the other pages,
yeah, gunpowder smell.
yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be a whole nother thing.
Oh, wow. Hmm. Hmm.
Mm. The other thing I thought about is starting a new punk rock librarian club and figuring out where these librarians are at. You know what I mean? Because no, these people have purchasing power, sir. They put the books that you read in the libraries. You need to make friends with your local librarian so that you can put your books in there for the
Hmm.
public to read.
Oh, I thought you were talking about librarians who were in a punk band.
I mean, that would be cool too.
Uh-huh.
Shh. There's the name of the band. Shh.
Yeah, real short songs.
Just 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And every song ends with shh. Shh. Titan's. I don't know about Titan's essence. I don't know. Are we gonna rock with a whisper? Whisper Comics. I mean, hey, has anyone thought about that? Maybe uploading, having a nice gentleman or lady read your comic in an ASMR kind of style and uploading that to your channel or distributing that. Or maybe, you know what I mean? Or you're doing like an ASMR style, like just trailer. You know what I mean? I feel like this is one of the missing parts from campaigns. You know what I mean? And this is where like good stuff could be the real man and help out a
Yeah.
lot of things. We need additional trailers. We need trailers B and C. You know what I mean? We need to get past just like the big sales one and get into the fun time trailers
Mm.
afterwards.
Yeah. I know. we need to bring in a different demographic. People who are into ASMR.
I'm just saying, I like to open up pathways, man. You never know. See, this is the thing, though. You know, like you look at me. I mean, like right now, my image is not that clear, but I have long hair, tattoos. I'm a Marine. I'm in generally good shape, right? Okay, so that doesn't tell a lot of people that I read comic books. You know what I mean? And so, what people forget when they go to think about reaching out to other audiences is that like people are multidimensional. You know what I mean? Like you might have your main thing that you like really get down on, but everyone's multidimensional. You never know, like out of a weird audience of people, sharks are so
Uh-huh.
you never know who you pick up, you know what I mean, out of that group of audience, you know, just because it doesn't seem like it's the thing. Like I also lift weights, drink beer, play horseshoes. You know what I mean? So like you might not think like, oh, this horseshoe guy is gonna buy my Nephilim Squadron comic book, but I did, you
uh,
know. And
yeah,
the same thing
just
that you know what I mean?
there
Like I
you
went
go.
and bought other books from other people and I backed, you know, weird music on Kickstarter, you know, and I did, you know, it's like I backed a lot of things or did a lot of different things. And that's what I think people need to. You have to always expand your horizons and try to think about like different outside of the box and just fun. Like I think if you're having fun with it, you know what I mean. Like as long as you're not trying to force something, but trying to have fun with the scenario, like you can make a lot of different things pop.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's for sure.
Like if I was you, I would get like a fashion show. You got that bomber jacket? I would go.
Uh,
Like, I'd be like, "Psh." I would get a couple of kids. You know what I mean? Get some skater punks around.
oh yeah.
Have them wear it, do some skater stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'd mix it up, get a couple different things going.
Yeah.
I might go to the local dancer, exotic dancer club. I have a couple of ladies pose with this.
Oh, that's what I need. And see, that's what one thing is missing from my campaign is more sexiness. I need to put some some a little more cheesecake in the campaign images.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
But the print that's coming out, that's yeah, that's a beach bikini print. So
You're not, you know, the one thing that I like different options on campaigns, but I tell you, the one option that makes me mad is because I just feel like you should just like if you're gonna go in, if you're gonna do a dirty campaign, you should just do the dirty, right? Is when there's like you can get the clean version, or you
Hmm.
can pay $15 or $30 extra to get the naughty version. I'm like, okay, well, there's less. You actually had to do more work to do the clean version because I knew you draw. I know you drew the naughty version first and just put like a fucking bra over it. Like, how am I spending? The clean people should have to pay more.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. You know, when you're in your natural state, it should be, you know, it's all about freedom, more freedom, lower prices.
Hey, you know what though? That could be a thing. You know, maybe you do some promotions with the club and stuff, and like there's like a special dance where you get a T-shirt and a comic and a lead. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You get that cosplay dancer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You get
and
that lady
and got the whole theme about like, you know, fallen angels, you know, with the Nephilim.
that there we go.
And when you go in a strip club, that's nothing but fallen angels.
Mm. I really like that kind of. I like that's the kind of stuff that I dig a lot. Was when you start thinking about like different points of view, right, inside of a thing. And one of the things that I give a lot of credit to like the anime and manga people is that they have like a lack of like religious respect and thing, a lot of like cultural respect, and they just will take an amalgamation of people, right, and they'll take all these different things of concepts and
Hmm.
like seven deadly sins, right? They'll take seven deadly sins and they'll take this thing and from a religion and they'll turn it into a concept and they'll put these
Hmm.
characters and then
Yeah.
they'll put them through incredible adversity, diversity, you know, like create this scenario for them to
Uh,
travel through that makes you fall in love with them.
and yeah, and it's even though it's at first you might think it's kind of blasphemous. You know, you get into the story and
No,
the
you get
characters.
once you get into the deeper layers, and what it does is it makes you focus. It gets you away from all the regular bullshit, right? Like the initial things that make you judge stuff, and it makes you look at the character as a character and base them off of their actions and how they actually like carry themselves, as opposed to all these other factors, what they look like, what you know, these pre-connect like pre notions that you have in your head based off of something like you say military, if you say this, you say seven deadly sins, so you're going to have this thought because it's tied to Christian religion, but then it's
Mm-hmm.
not.
And then the Ten Commandments, they're the bad guys
They're
in
the
that
bad
story.
guy.
Yeah, you know. And
So,
I haven't watched the final season.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
Saving.
Like they take that thing and they give you that character and that diversity. So I do like sometimes when people take like a religious kind of thing and kind of play with it.
Mm. Ooh,
Kami
oh yeah,
Mark, Kami Mark's doing that with
Krishna Kid.
the Krishna Kid. Oh,
Uh,
dude, that looks dope as fuck. Like
yeah,
I'm about it. And like everybody, like I seen him do some interviews and like, how are you gonna handle,
backlash.
like, like, how are you gonna respectfully handle this character? And I'm like, who fucking cares?
Mm,
Who cares? It's just fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not going out to do it to mock. It's one thing when you're mocking something, but
mhm,
when you just see a random thing and you're like, that looks cool, and you use it for something, you know what I mean? That's like someone getting offended because you used a plumbing wrench for mechanics. Like,
mm.
did it do the job? Did it work? Did it fill its purpose? And were you trying to like break something when you did it? No.
uh,
You know what I mean? So like it all worked out in the end.
yeah, or when people draw digitally, and I have nothing against that. uh, or uh, oh yeah, going back to like the religion stuff, like in like Berserk, Berserk.
Yeah.
You've seen that. They really go into like the angel uh demon stuff. That like we
Well,
know that, remember that guy that was like the Pope walking around or something. He was like
okay.
some.
So I'm gonna be
He
honest. I'm gonna tell you the majority of my anime experience is I watched Dragon Ball when it came on, right, on Cartoon Network, and then because of that, I talked to other people because I was a nerdy person in high school, and I found like the uncut tapes from Canada that were dubbed over, but had all the original like nudity and all that stuff in it.
uh-huh.
And then I like went into the Marine Corps, didn't have anything to do with that kind of stuff at all, and didn't get back into it until I had Netflix, and I was just like looking for something to watch, and I don't judge things right away. I just go, maybe it's got a story or something. So if it looks halfway interesting or has something curious to me, I just go and watch it. So I watched a bunch of Netflix stuff, but then I've been watching different YouTubers, and so now there's some stuff that I'm going to go back and watch. Or
Mm,
Speed Racer. I like Speed Racer
mhm,
because I'm always been into cars and stuff, and
yeah,
Speed Racer is a pretty prevalent or well-known one that is
uh-huh,
culturally like circled around me enough. And then they made that
yeah,
that movie. They made the live action movie, and they put it. Oh, and that was
mm,
like right at the height of like Blu-ray.
mm,
Like when Blu-ray was like just peaking and stuff. And
yeah,
I thought it was dope. That was one of the
uh,
Blu-ray movies that I made sure I got was Speed
uh,
Racer.
yeah. Uh-oh, we're getting into weebery. I
Mm.
think good stuff is probably recording this. He's
Hey, do you okay?
look at
But
these
talking
weebs.
about like okay, but that was Blu-ray, right? And that was my thing with the Blu-ray. But
Mm,
do you remember when surround sound was the thing?
yeah,
What
yeah.
movie? What was the movie or TV show that you had to watch when you got a crisp surround sound?
Probably the Star Wars. The Star
The
Wars.
Star Wars. Days of
Definitely.
Thunder. Days of
Oh
Thunder was
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah. I did see that in the theater with all the
yeah,
sound.
bro.
Yeah, I
Oh yeah,
remember.
when you fuck, yeah. Oh my goodness, that's what I love. I love that kind of stuff. You know, if we were able to work with people like Zayd, more animation people, and we had like more people available like that, we could take the comic book thing to the next level. I think that like if you could do like comicsology, you could do some digital stuff that would have some more of these features, right? Like
Mhm.
I don't, you couldn't do. Maybe you could figure out some kind of device to do smell stuff with an iPad, but you could do like air, right? You could do wind, you could do sound. You,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You could do
Like.
certain like small animational stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Not like the whole thing is like, but like the video game kind of stuff, like actions. That would be pretty
yeah.
dope, and it would be reminiscent. Do you remember the old He-Man cartoon where it was the cutouts, where it was like it was animated, but it was like animation that was just like bright colors, like causing you to have like a seizure. You remember
Yeah.
it was
Uh-huh.
just like cutouts that moved. It was like
Uh-huh.
literally like
Yeah, kind of like
Look
a
at
what do
the
you, like a
pictures.
strobing sort of effect.
Yeah, like that would be, I think we could do some cool shit like that. That would be dope. I would love to see something like that.
Ah,
Ah,
yeah. Uh, oh, actually, I got some animation.
okay.
I have my old reel. Yeah, let's take a look at that. I do three. Oh, I haven't done it in a long time, but yeah, I have the ability to do
I have a certain set of skills.
3D stuff. Oh God, YouTube
Oh,
videos.
Saving Private Ryan
Uh,
is an amazing one for surround sound, but I mean that came later. Saving Private Ryan is so good it like actually caused World War II veterans to have like flashbacks and like cause them
mm,
a little bit of PTSD issues. Like, but I every veteran every World War II veteran that would actually like have that discussion because a lot of them would not talk about war shit at all. But if you could have any kind of discussion about with them about it, like that I talked to, like was thoroughly impressed with Saving Private Ryan.
mm, yeah, it was very sincere. Oh, yeah, there's the uh, my. This is my reel from Animation Mentor. From oh my god, it's been 10 years. Oh shit. Yeah, I did. I was trained in 3D animation, character animation in Maya. This is freaking 10 years ago.
There we go.
Those guys, fine friends they turned out to be. Slapping me around, calling me dirty names. I thought that rotten Randy had caved the side of my head in.
Wait. What am I supposed to do?
Hello?
Hello? What am I supposed to do?
You didn't knock, Kane.
I did, but I think that the music was a little loud.
Are you afraid of it?
No, I just don't like techno.
You would if you had robot ears.
What if you had robot? You should be doing way more with this on your channel, sir.
Yeah, it just takes a lot of time to actually do that kind of animation, and I got to work on the book for now. Oh, thank you very much, Zaid. But yeah, I had kind of fully rendered versions of that. Those files got lost. You know, with the version that was just fully rendered with shadows and lighting and all that. These those files got corrupted and
So you
lost.
mean to tell us, sir? But wait, there's more. There was more. There's like that was base level. I just did
Oh
that.
no,
I did
no, it
that.
was the same video. It's just that it had like shadow and lighting, and it was the rendered version of that got lost.
Yeah.
What you saw was just like almost the final version, but it's all I have left.
So, well, yeah, that does happen. But what you do have, sir, is a current campaign on the IndieGoGo, and that is
Yeah,
the Nephilim Squadron.
Nephilim Squadron.
This is volume 1. There's probably going to be a volume 2. You might want to come check it out. You probably want to get on this base level right now. You want to get on it now.
Mm-hmm.
We got examples of art. We got a bitchin' trailer. We have one of my favorite things, a boob Dan. We have a boob Dan Plagle.
Yeah. And if you get the
Cover.
analysis paralysis and can't decide what tier to get, just go ahead and get that boob Dan tier. So,
Get that boob Dan tier.
yeah.
Or if you're really hot to trot, you get that transdimensional tier, and you get all that goodness, all 3 covers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and if you happen to have signed up from a mailing list from months ago, and you get the transdimensional tier, shipping is free on that one.
Oh,
If you're on the mailing list.
See, this is why it pays. Like, this is the thing. Like, there's always something worth it. Like, if you think at some point you may or may not, but like, you should always just sign up for the mailing list because you can always turn it off later. But
Mm,
you can't you can't re-sign up. You know what I mean? You can't like undo the not being signed up thing.
right. It
Oh,
does it doesn't cost you a thing either. You know, except a little spam maybe.
boom, boom,
Check
boom.
your spam folders. Check your junk mail folders.
We've
People out
got
there.
we've got aardvarks with elephant noses and um,
Antennae.
tentacles, antennas, and we got O face. Show me your O face.
Woo!
We
There
got
you
some O
go.
face snakes.
Yeah.
We got some screaming flowers. This no, it's a fun world to get to check it out.
Yeah, it's a
Now
wild
this
and
is an
wacky world.
interesting. Now this is an interesting thing. This is where the action pops in.
Those are the El Savali, the humans call them shrooms because they appear to be like walking, talking shrooms and mushrooms,
Hmm.
uh, but they're not, and they're just the native species there that's evolving and developing their own weapons and attacking humanity.
Oh, are they a biomechanical
No,
organism?
they're all organic. They're organic, and the way they started off though is like a coral, but on land,
Hmm.
and then uh, generations ago there was some human shenanigans, and eventually they uh, these creatures, this organism developed into, growing into like developing legs and individual pieces, so like they're individuals of kind of like a single organism. So sort of like a, one of those mushrooms that spread
Oh
over
yeah. Okay.
all
Okay.
throughout underground.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No. You know what's like an interesting fact is
Mm,
like the largest organism in the world
mm,
is a mushroom that like
yeah,
spreads out over acres, like
yeah,
hundreds of acres or something in
mm,
Africa,
yeah. I read about that.
which is just wild. I'm just like, that's how you do right there. Like,
Hmm.
I wonder, like, but my question is like, could you imagine if you found a magic mushroom that was like acres wide? How good would that boy be? Like, would that be like the mecca
Oh
of magic mushrooms? I don't know.
man! And then you just grow your farm on top of it, and your tomatoes,
Uh,
and they all have those properties.
you chill in the hammock on a Sunday, scoop up a little, a little psilocybin while you're
This
reading your Nephilim Squadron and sipping on some iced tea or maybe some lemonade.
and take a ride.
Mm. Come and take a ride. Come. Or is that the train song? Oh man, do you remember going to the? Did you go to the skating rink like when you were growing up,
Yeah.
dude? You know how much a skating rink costs in 2021?
Oh.
It's like it's over $10 to go skating. It's over
Oh.
$10. Dude, it was $1.50 or something like to get into the skating rink when I was a kid, and I
Uh,
think renting skates was like another. I think it was like $3.50 total to like for me to like go roller skating all night long. That's getting roller skates and like a 50-cent soda or some shit. you
damn.
know,
What state is that in?
Ohio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had a World on Wheels out here for a long time, and they closed down. I guess because roller skating is not popular anymore in
Oh
LA.
yeah, yeah. Well, see, the last time I went roller skating were like okay, so the modern prices I have where they're like over $10 is from when I just moved to Spokane, Washington recently. I'm not doxing myself because on my channel we have several things that say we're from Spokane and we live stream from different locations around here. But
Uh,
you can go ahead and check that out. But I'm from Ohio. I moved here. Moved to California because of the Marine Corps, and so like I was paying for my ex girlfriend's daughter to go to the skating rink, and it was like $17, $18, like in
Whoa.
2020. The fucking 2017, like between 2019 and 2020, was like something like insane to go skate
Mm.
around the roller rink.
Wow.
And
Sheesh. Well,
they didn't even have all the cool things like we had, like the speed skates and the midnight skates and the
oh,
skate line. Like that wasn't. They didn't even have like half of that stuff. They like.
man, we live in a different world now. Customer service has gone down the drain.
Everything's gone down the drain except for indie comics. And in this bold new world, indie
Yeah,
comics are a
we're
breath of
trying to
fresh
bring it
air.
back. We're
You
bringing back
can
the fun.
Well, no, I mean it's not just fun. It's just freedom. It's a
Mm.
market. Like there is something for everyone in this
Hmm.
market. Go check it out. Dan Plagel's got his Goblin Girl. We got Nephilim Squadron here. We got Zay Studios with Beck, and
Yes, and
we have
they've got a.
Capitano coming on with his future punk book. Like all these books are different kinds of books, and they all get to exist because all these cool people work together.
Hmm.
We're all around each other. Look at
Yeah,
this.
I know. I like a lot of different genres, and I'm not just a sci-fi guy. I love my fantasy, and I love my film noir. I love, sometimes I like my slice of life story and historical stuff and freaking,
See,
of course,
you
costume
even have a
heroes.
rash guard on this thing, on this bad boy. Like if you want to go get your jujitsu down,
Yeah.
maybe you want to smoke a joint, listen to some Joe Rogan, go to Camp Planet, throw on your Nephilim Squadron shirt,
Yeah.
and choke some
Yeah.
people out in a slow
Uh,
and meticulous manner.
hmm Oh, yeah, that rash guard shirt is being reworked. I found out you could do a sleeve design, so I'm gonna
Oh
come up with
shit!
a design just for the sleeve too,
Oh,
and then
this is
put that back
so
on
this
the
is
t-shirts.
1.0. There's a 2.0 that's even better.
Yeah.
Get them while you can, sir. Get them while you can. And we got them. We got bookmarks. We got pins. We got stickers. I love stickers. Are my favorite thing. Like I'm the person that's always whenever they're like, should we do bookmarks or stickers? I'm always in the chat like stickers. You can use the
Yeah.
sticker as a bookmark. God damn it! Don't fuck your bookmark. I can't use a bookmark as a sticker
Mm.
or or like a magnet. Like again,
Yeah,
I can
magnet.
use a magnet as a bookmark and I can stick it on
Wow.
things.
Even better, magnets. Well, maybe for the
Got two
next campaign,
purposes.
I'll have
It's
magnets.
you know what I mean. It's just like it's like the Mitch Hedberg thing. You want a frozen banana? Not really, but I do want a regular banana for later. So yes.
Oh man, the simple brilliance of Mitch Hedberg.
Oh my goodness. Well, sir, it has been 2 hours.
Oh,
It has been a great conversation.
god damn! Wow.
We
Yeah,
have we
time
came, we
flies.
saw, we've conquered. I think that we should play this teaser trailer one more time,
Oh
and
yeah.
then maybe play a song and call it a day. And then I would also love to have you back on. You can check out Hex Allen on all the social medias, from YouTube to Instagram to his own website to IndieGoGo and
Mm-hmm.
Twitter. And all these links are available for you in the description. As always, for all my guests, all links are always in the description. Always look in the description. They'll always be there. But
Yes.
let's go ahead and play this bad boy.
Cheers.
Hey, you, sci-fi fan. Are you finally ready to have your head explode? Never before seen sci-fi action. A strange new world. Exotic technology. Kick-ass characters. And a story that will turn your mind inside out. Nephilim Squadron, Volume 1. Available now on IndieGoGo.
Yes, sir. Back once, back twice, back often, back always. Sir, it's been a amazing show. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for spending the time. Thank you for spending some yarns with us and explaining to us what Nephilim Squadron is. It's been an awesome time, sir. You're muted, I think.
Yes, my pleasure. Thank you, 24 Eyes, for having me. Yeah, it's it's a wonderful time. Yeah, man. And I'd love to come back and just, hang out and shoot the shit.
Yeah, one of the things I plan in the future is to do some panels, and so I want to
Mm.
get groups of people. I want to get a bunch of individuals on, and then I want to do a secondary show to the pop culture thing where we do some grouping up,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
some mixing and mashing, some mashing up.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, I'm going to play a song from the homie 216A. 216A is an artist from Cleveland. He is an amazing rapper. Also on the track, another Cleveland artist, Brother Mike. Brother Mike just recently moved back and forth to Cleveland, and he's teaming up with 216A to do some power stuff. And then we have La Jump Shot. La Jump Shot is also another homie of the crew. He's from Oklahoma, and he rounds out things very nicely. You're going to hear some fast spin bars here. Everybody have a great night. Back Nephilim Squadron. All of our links are available in the description of the chat. As always, have a beautiful night.
I'm trashy, nasty, make you really wanna blast me. I'm laughing all the way to the bank, and I could give a fuck what you think. Yeah, we deeper than a motherfucking shank, lil homie. I'm trashy, nasty, make you really wanna blast me. I'm laughing all the way to the bank, and I could give a fuck what you think. Yeah, we deeper than a motherfucking shank, lil homie. I came a long way from what I once was. Introverted, killing every crowd that I'm in front of. Hungry like a lost soul on the wrong bus. All I know, I gotta fill the void till my lungs bust. I wallow in the pain, cause my city is a stain, and I lose another human every day. Yo, I don't mean to be rude, but my compassion is astray. I don't wanna kiss and cuddle, I'ma smash it in her face. State of mind is off a bit, alcohol withdrawals again. I get cold chills, sweat drip from the nose tip. Shaking like it's Parkinson's, I'm sitting in the dark again. Thinking about just slitting my wrist to get this bullshit over with. But fuck this COVID shit, I'll never take the shot. You'll have to kill me where I stand, or I'll get sick until I drop. If I'm dying, it's my destiny, and that will never stop. So I'm just trying with the best of me to make it to the top. Cause I'm trashy, nasty, make you really wanna blast me. I'm laughing all the way to the bank, and I could give a fuck what you think. Yeah, we deeper than a motherfucking shank, lil homie. I'm trashy, nasty, make you really wanna blast me. I'm laughing all the way to the bank, and I could give a fuck what you think. Yeah, we deeper than a motherfucking shank, lil homie.
Big boy in the house, why you bashful? Pour a drink, get a glass full, I ain't an asshole, but you think that I'm an asshole. Cause the cash that I've been making got you jealous now. I hear your old lady telling now, why your baby mama wanna turn you to a felon, dog. Oh man, you think the shit you doing that really be God's plan? I took the vaccine, I'm still alive. Or maybe I'm a zombie, finna homicide. I drink your cerebellum through a straw inside your mama's house. I'm 29 and I'm still living in my mama's house. A little unhinged. Think I give a fuck what you think about me? I'm back in Cleveland, baby, got the gang around. I stay strapped, quit playing the cat, be set back, nigga.
Come on, moving in my head, am I getting my sin, am I sitting in a rush? Ripping like dead, am I biting my skin, am I popping the bitch like a clutch? Popping the lip, spazzing a bit, spitting your face when I'm rapping the shit. Having to fit, you capping a bit, preaching about swatting, I'm grabbing a bitch. I'm trashy, get nasty, you can smell me on your block. When the 5 will try to pass me, I tuck weed in my sock. Off of bitches, HIV, positive on the spot. Cause I'm a nasty motherfucker and I got it on lock. Got a feeling you fellas, nobody telling. Turning some heads that'll crush like a melon. As a PO, say nobody selling, but Google my family, bitch, I don't embellish. I'm constantly causing a valid anomaly. Hop on the mic and I still like a prodigy. Try you want, hit it on top of me, flipping the script, getting hit with the side of me. Honestly, I just be wildin' the shit. Me say I might got him digging a ditch. Nasty's fuck, we going to spit in your face and we call you a bitch. Going so safe, I'm fucking a bitch. Tearing her jaw and we're breaking her hip. Twitch with the tick, we're grabbing her wrist, shoving the tip and we're making her rip.
I'm trashy, nasty, make you really wanna blast me. I'm laughing all the way to the bank, and I could give a fuck what you think. Yeah, we deeper than a motherfucking shank, lil homie. I'm trashy, nasty, make you really wanna blast me. I'm laughing all the way to the bank. And I could give a fuck what you think. Yeah, we deeper than the motherfucking shank, lil' homie.
I'm trashy, nasty, make you really wanna blast me. I'm laughing all the way to the bank, and I could give a fuck what you think. Yeah, we deeper than the motherfucking shank, lil' homie.